Hello there guys, welcome back to another video. We are back working on the BMW E90 318D, which I actually got for free from one of you guys. Now hopefully I'm going to be fixing this thing today once and for all. Now before we get into things, do me a massive favour, give this video a big thumbs up. It really does help me out and it shows your appreciation. On this video, let's aim for 500 likes. Now then, the main issue that this car has is a pretty big leak. Now it's an exhaust leak. I have identified the cause of that exhaust leak in the previous video on this car. Now at first I thought it was maybe on the downpipe, maybe the flexi head failed, because that is quite a common issue as well. However, upon further inspection I noticed that there was quite a bit of soot around this area, and in particular between two of the rings on that flexi section here. Now this is all part of the EGR system, so this is the EGR cooler itself. The exhaust gases run through it and then coolant also runs through it. It basically cools down the exhaust gases before it goes back through and into the intake manifold. And so after I found that crack, I knew that we had a few issues. I could either replace the EGR cooler, I could install a blanking plate between the exhaust manifold and the EGR cooler to stop any exhaust gases reaching that crack, or I could just completely delete the whole entire system, which I think that's actually what I am deciding to do. Because if you know what an EGR system does, it essentially recycles old sooty exhaust gases back through your intake, clogs your intake up, clogs your intake ports up, and reduces power and efficiency in the long run. So I'm just deciding to give this engine the best possible chance and just delete the whole entire system. So we will remove the EGR cooler, which is prone for cracking. I believe it will probably delete this EGR cooler thermostat as well. I don't think that will be any longer needed. And of course we'll get rid of this pipe and the EGR valve itself, which will then mean that we will no longer have any sooty, dirty exhaust gases going back through into the intake. Now then, I have a full EGR system delete kit. This is for the M47 engine, and this was from a company called Darkside Developments. They are pretty much the best when it comes to anything diesel tuning related, and this kit comes with everything you need to do a full system delete. Also comes with a new silicone pipe as well. I'm not sure if I'm going to need that or if I'm going to use that yet, but we'll get on to that. Obviously comes with new clamps for that pipe. This is the EGR delete itself. Obviously we have the blanking plate and gasket for the exhaust manifold, then comes with various bungs and plugs to delete the EGR cooler with regards to the cooling system. And then I think this is a cap. I think this is if you want to retain the EGR cooler, you know, you just install that blank on there. But as I am opting to delete the whole system, I don't think I'm going to need that. Of course, comes with all new hardware as well, and I think it comes with a couple of grub screws. I believe these are if you want to run a vacuum pipe. You know, if you've got a boost gauge or whatever, you can plumb that into there. Now, if you do want to get one of these kits for yourself, or maybe you want to check out Darkside Developments to see if they have a kit for your car, I'll leave all of the details down in that description box below, so feel free to check them out. Right, let's get cracking then. So first of all, I'm just going to get this bit of wiring unclipped. Get that out of the way, and I'll get the intake pipe off. There we are. Next then, I think I may get the coolant system taken care of. So there is this coolant pipe here, and we have a blanking plug there to install in its place. Ooh, didn't expect that to come off so easily. We're just going to try and be quick with this so we don't lose much coolant. we are. So there is just one more. That'll be down there. I think that's what this silicone bung is for. So just a Jubilee clamp to remove at the bottom. And if I pry that pipe off, I should then be able to slide this silicone bung over it. Tell you what, just to make things a little bit easier, I'm just going to remove this turbo intake pipe first. It's just 2 bolts at the top holding that in place. Make it easy getting onto the exhaust manifold without this in place. Like this, I think this just pulls off the turbo. Yeah, it does. I'll give this all a good clean out before it goes back on, because it is a bit oily. It is normal, by the way, to, you know, find some oil on this intake pipe. It's likely not from the turbo, it's likely just from the crankcase breather. Let me just check the turbo for any play while we're in here, I suppose. No, that turbo's absolutely fine. No play in it at all. It's going to be a little bit of coolant run out from the cooler. That shouldn't be much. Yeah. So with the cooling system now essentially removed, we can probably just remove the whole entire EGR system as one. So there's just the 2 bolts holding the cooler to the exhaust manifold. Then there is the 4 bolts holding the EGR valve to the intake manifold. And I've just noticed where that bolt that fell down has came from. I think somebody's tried to take this off before. There is supposed to be a bolt in there that was just loose, and there's supposed to be another bolt up here, and that's also been removed. So it's going to be an interesting one to see what I find in here, because yeah, someone's definitely had this off before. Either that, or I don't know, the bolts have just found their way loose. I don't know, but yeah, we'll see what we find anyway. Let's get these 2 T45 bolts removed. The bolt is loose, the bottom bolt was loose. Somebody's definitely had this off before. It's not making much sense. Did somebody try to do an EGR delete before and gave up halfway? I don't know. So that's all loose, so it's literally just the 4, is it M5 or M6 Allen bolts holding it in place. Right, this should be the last bolt. There we are, that's the last bolt removed. Well, this entire system should be free now. There we are. Oh yeah, it wasn't just a small crack. Look at that. That's near enough fully snapped. It's only holding on by a thread. You can see why this exhaust is blowing so much. Look at that. That will literally snap off if I wanted it to. That is crazy. I just can't work out why somebody has obviously removed that before and put some bolts back loose or either missing. It just doesn't make sense. I mean, unless they've removed it so that they could access the thermostat, I don't know. That clip seems a little bit loose. Yeah, maybe someone's replaced the thermostat and they've just removed the EGR cooler to get to that. I guess that would make sense, but I don't know, can you not do it with the EGR cooler in place? Maybe not. I haven't actually tried on one of these engines. But yeah, it's removed anyway. We found the cause of the leak. Obviously you just need to install the blanking plate on the exhaust manifold there, and then we can install our EGR delete straight pipe to the intake manifold. Oh, can't forget to install the clamp on that blanking plug there as well. I suppose we get the EGR delete straight pipe installed first. I will get our blanking grub screw installed first though. Probably put some thread locker on this actually, we don't want that coming loose, do we? Okay, so having a look, the threads don't actually go all the way through to the inside, so it's not like this can fall you know, into the intake or anything. It will stop, but just put a little bit of thread retainer on it just so you know there's no chance of it falling out anytime soon. Takes a, what's this, a 3 or 4 mil Allen bit, and we won't go ham tightening this down. That'll do. Is that installed then? Let's get this onto the intake manifold now with our nice new shiny bolts. Now I'm just going to nip them all down. Don't need to go crazy. It should, I'm pretty sure it should be tightened to like 10 Newton meters, but you can just go, you know, by hand. That'll do. So what I'm going to do is cut through this steel clamp here. It's not like a Jubilee clamp, you can't release it, it's just like moulded on from the factory, so yeah, it's going to be careful with a Dremel tool. Obviously we don't need this anyway, but it would be nice to retain it just in case for the future. With that removed, I assume this should just pull off. Yeah. And now need to figure out what the best angle for this is. That'll be alright, won't it? So need to get those heavy duty clamps in place. Might have to spin this around actually, because I think the engine cover might hit that. There we go then, just turn that clamp around so it's no longer poking up. That's all now securely on. Let's get the exhaust side taken care of now. That's that blanking plate in place. I guess we just need to get the turbo intake pipe back on, and then we should be able to fire this engine up. There we are, that's that turbo intake pipe now reinstalled. So let's just do a quick recap of what we've done. So blanking plate on the exhaust manifold, blanking plug on that coolant pipe right there where it goes onto the thermostat, blanking plug there on this crossover coolant pipe, obviously EGR delete the straight pipe that's on, bolted to the intake manifold, this silicone intercooler hose that goes onto the original aluminium pipe, and yeah, that should be about it. Like I said, we should now be ready to fire this engine up and just check that we don't have any kind of leaks. Number one, I can't see any coolant leaks. Most importantly though, I can't see any exhaust leaks. Before we done this, there was a big huge plume of smoke that came from this area, obviously where the EGR cooler goes onto the exhaust manifold. You'll probably notice the engine is quite loud. It's because the cover's off of the air box and the whole air intake is off. But yeah, over the moon, glad that we now have no leaks, and our original issue is now fixed. Well then, there we go, another car fixed and another car ready to go back on the road. Now, pretty sure this is going to be the final video on this car. I know there's only been 2 videos, but I don't plan on doing anything more to it. I mean, I will off camera obviously give it a good clean both inside and out. I noticed in the engine bay as well, it's just full of leaves, so I'll give the engine bay a good clean. Like I said, exterior, interior, good deep clean. I'm also going to swap out the grills as well. Like I said, I have another set of them to go in, but yeah, as far as like mechanically and cosmetically, the car is in pretty sound condition. So yeah, I am gonna leave it as is. I want to thank you all for watching this video. As always, remember to give it a like, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you have not already done so, and I will see you all very, very soon in that next one.